May 7, 2018 to order. Before we begin reading our business statement to remind everybody why we're here as a board, why we're here, our students. So I'll briefly read that to you. Our mission is developing the whole child. Goose Creek CISD develops and enhances each learner's intellectual, social, and emotional well-being, facilitated by a highly qualified team committed to growth, community, collaboration, innovation, success, and determination. Our vision is we empower every student with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in a global community. And our core values are graduate every child, children first in a safe and nurturing educational environment, collaborative community and parental involvement, integrity, respect, humility, and transparency, service before self, diversity respected. Ms. Board Secretary, was this meeting properly posted?
Yes, sir.
Do we have a quorum present?
Yes, we do.
For the record, we have all 7 members present, 0 absent. Our next item on our agenda is opening exercises, so I'll turn the time over to Dr. Duarte.
President Poppy, school board members, Mr. O'Brien. The opening exercises for the May 7th, 2018 board meeting will be presented by students from De Zavala Elementary School. We will begin the opening ceremonies with the prayer led by Al Richard. Everyone please rise.
Please pray with me. Father God, thank you for the blessings we receive from you each day. We ask your blessing on this event this evening. Seek your guidance and wisdom as we deliberate for the students of our district. We ask you to watch over the students and parents that are with us this evening. Keep us and all of your students and employees safe. Finally, thank you for the opportunity to serve our students. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
The pledges will be led by Tara Archibald and the Lorenzo De Zavala Elementary Student Ambassadors.
Good evening, my name is Tara Archibald, and I would like to ask that everybody, gentlemen, please remove your caps. First, the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
You may now be seated. Lorenzo De Zavala Elementary Student Ambassadors include Eliana Alegria, Amy Covarrubios, Mia Munoz, Giselle Zuniga, Tiffany Herrera, Denise Torres, Tara Archibald, Talia Caldwell, Trinity Diaz, A.M. Masalma. Students are under the direction of Rebecca Estrada and their principal, Teresa Keel.
Hello, my name is Trinity Diaz. I am a 5th grade ambassador at De Zavala Elementary School. Today we are going to be telling you about ambassadors and what we do. We help around our school and our peers in need. You will hear more about our certain jobs later. Thank you for your time and attention.
My name is Callie and this is my friend AM. Our jobs as ambassadors is to go to the office every day at 3 and get the notes to tell teachers which students are going home differently than usual. This helps students go to where they are supposed to and get home safely.
Good evening. My name is Mia.
Hello, my name is AM.
And I'm Denise. Tonight we are going to talk about recycling, and our recycling job is to go from classroom to classroom and pick up paper from the teachers.
I like recycling because it feels good to help out and contribute to our teachers.
I completely agree with AM and Denise's explanation, but it's also super fun.
And that concludes the recycling explanation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aliana, and this is Amy, Denise, Trinity, Tara, Giselle. One of our jobs as ambassadors is to help out around our pre-K classes. We love doing our job because the younger kids are sweet, playful, and smart. They tell us lots of jokes. One day we hope that they will become ambassadors too.
Hi, I'm Talia Caldwell.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Herrera.
As backpack buddies, we help our campus student success specialists organize and pass out backpacks filled with food from the Houston Food Bank. We give the backpacks to kids who don't have food for the weekend. And if there's going to be a long school break, we give them 2 bags. We like this job because we help people in need.
Our 5th grade ambassadors also includes boys, but they have sporting events in the evenings that take, I guess, precedence over this. We also have a group of students who put our flags up and take them down every day. If you're a flag person, raise your hand. Mia. And we had the great opportunity this year to have the Lee High School ROTC train our students on how to fold the flags properly and to take care of them with the respect that they deserve. Our ambassadors do a lot around our school. Anytime a teacher or administrator needs some little task done, our ambassadors are out there. Thank you all.
Thank you, ladies. Great job. Our next category is recognitions and acknowledgments. And I'd like to invite up our Goose Creek Education Foundation for a brief presentation. The director is Erica Foster, President Lori Terry, and Vice President David Frazier. I believe we're excited to have them with us this evening. They'll be bringing us grant money to award to teachers who have submitted application for innovative grants to enrich their classrooms. We're excited to hear from you guys. If you will, the little microphone right there, press the button until it turns green. You're good to go.
Good evening, Board President Mr. Poppy, board members, and Superintendent Mr. O'Brien. My name is Erica Foster, and I am the director of the Goose Creek CISD Education Foundation. And on behalf of our foundation board, I would like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to visit with you this evening. As Mr. O'Brien said, I have Ms. Lori Terry here. She's the foundation president, and I have David Frazier, and he's a VP of Finance. So thank you. I also would like to personally thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of Goose Creek CISD. I can't tell you how honored I am to be here. Just the other day, we were awarding grants at San Jacinto Elementary, where I once was a student. And I happened to see 2 of my elementary teachers, and I ran to them and I hugged them, and I said, "Do you remember me?" And she said, "Yes, you look the same." I think I grew a couple of inches. And not to mention that teacher that I saw is one of the teachers that helped me improve my English language. And I think I'm doing better at that too, so that was amazing, and it was an amazing feeling. So the Goose Creek Education Foundation Board of Directors would like to present you the annual report, and they're going to present it to the Goose Creek CISD Board of Trustees per our Memorandum of Understanding. The Education Foundation is an independent nonprofit corporation organized and operated exclusively for the benefit of the district. And to open tonight, we would like to show you a very short video of what the Education Foundation does.
All my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment.
Students throughout Goose Creek CISD are participating in innovative, hands-on classroom programs that enhance their learning. programs can't be funded by the normal campus budget. But thanks to the Goose Creek CISD Education Foundation, teachers have access to grant money that allows them to introduce exciting and engaging lessons to their students.
I feel that these grants have helped my students because it gives them something to see and touch, and it gives me more ways to teach the same instruction. And maybe one way it will reach one child where it won't reach a different child. So I like it for that. That I could teach something 4 different ways, the same thing.
Waiting for this moment all my life. Now all my dreams are coming true, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment. It's good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive.
In addition to awarding grants for innovative classroom projects, the Education Foundation recognizes outstanding teachers in our district. Each year, seniors are encouraged to participate in the Students' Choice Awards by writing an essay about a teacher who has truly impacted their life.
Hi, my name is Sarah Hicks, and I nominated my 5th grade teacher, Miss Jennifer Wade. I would like to start by saying that looking back, I never really considered myself to be a very proactive elementary student. It just seemed as though I was going through the motions of being a Days of Volley Dolphin. At this age, our only concern in school is what was for lunch or being in front of the recess line so you could get to the swings faster than your peers. This was not the case for Miss Wade's 5th grade GATE class. It was so much more than 30 minutes of recess each day, or Fun Day Friday. It was one of the most memorable times of my life. She had the cool aunt personality that made me want to listen to everything she had to say. I was a very talkative 5th grader, and as much as I don't want to admit it, it's true. Miss Wade knew this, and I received the consequences that came along with that. It still seems that even now, when I get off task or distracted, I can hear Miss Wade's encouraging words in the back of my mind. At this time in my life, I had a very toxic group of friends who let me know that they were only friends with me because they were sorry that I was so overweight. How do you react to that? Sticks and stones were supposed to break my bones, but words were not supposed to hurt me. I cried and cried until I couldn't anymore. That conversation still haunts me today, but Miss Wade turned everything around for me. I never told her what I was told by those girls that day because I was too embarrassed. But as I was crying into my lap in the hallway, Miss Wade came over to me and put her hand on my back, and something inside of me clicked. She knew. She's a mom. Of course she knew. Maybe she didn't understand the exact situation I was going through, but she knew where the hurt was coming from. Miss Wade changed my life, and I don't know if I ever expressed to her how truly thankful I am, but I hope she knows now that I will forever be grateful for her wisdom, guidance, and love. She may not have realized that she was sowing seeds into my life, but those seeds are starting to grow, and I am so thankful. Sincerely, Sarah Hicks.
Makes me cry, Miss Wade. Go hug everybody.
I love you. Thank you.
It's good to be alive right about now. Good, 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 good to be alive.
Well, just a little preview of what the foundation's about and what we support. So glad to be here this evening. Just to highlight some of the elements of the memorandum of understanding. Just wanted to take you through some of that as the president. We do believe we have a strong community support through our 30-member board activity. We've said vendor luncheons. We have a donation gala, appreciation gala. We've done a lot of publications on our successful grant-funded projects. We also believe that we've had a strong community in raising money for educational programs, and we provide a philosophical investment for our children and teachers. As noted in the video, we have large corporations, small businesses, individuals, and district employees who also fund our foundation. We do believe that we have provided for the betterment for the district's emotional programs since the spring semester of 2010, the spring semester through the spring semester of 2017. We have awarded 473 innovative teaching grants for the projects implemented in the schools. Also, the foundation has realized gains from its assistance to the foundation. We do believe that the school board through the district has met its obligations to the foundation. We also believe that the foundation has met its fiduciary responsibilities as defined in the bylaws and policies and guidelines. I'm very excited to be the president. We have a great board of directors. We appreciate the relationship that we have with you. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to David Frazier, who's going to discuss some of our finances.
Thank you, Lori. So one of the covenants of the Memorandum of Understanding deals with that the foundation shall contribute more to the district than the value of the district's contributions back to the foundation. So for our fiscal year 2016-2017, the Education Foundation awarded 66 grants to 24 different campuses and a total of over $121,000. The support that we received back from the district in turn is estimated at about $40,000. And this is based on part-time support from communications and accounting departments, as well as overhead from facilities, office space, utilities, equipment support from employees during the business hours. So this would be a return back to the district of $80,000 or tripling the financial investment for 2016 to 2017, plus supporting the public purpose. You saw the video earlier of the Student Choice Awards that is a non-monetary contribution back to the district. Over the last year, we continue to be good stewards of the funds entrusted to us by our donors. As a percentage of total revenue, 94% of the funds were either returned to the district in the form of grants or retained for long-range planning, while only 5% of the revenue was utilized for fundraising and less than 1% was utilized for administration expenses. In your board packets, we included a copy of the financial audit performed by Stewart, Garcia, and Stanley. Their opinion was that the financial statements were presented fairly in all material respects in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. And we've also have our Form 990 available for your use as well. So personally, I can tell you that I'm truly honored to serve on the board of directors for the Education Foundation because of the value that we return back to the district, and I hope that you feel the same way. Lori, Erica, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Do you have something for us?
So now we have a presentation for you as well, so we'll turn it back over to Erica.
I'll speak loud enough so hopefully everybody can hear me. So on behalf of the Goose Creek CISD Education Foundation, our corporate donors, and the staff who generously donate through the Get on the Bus campaign, I would like to present this check in the amount of $160,851.92 to Goose Creek CISD. Now, I would like to add that, thank you so much, that through this money, we were able to award 91 grants, and that was 141,000 just about, and 19,000 of it is for designated funds from Chevron for Crockett and Goose Creek Memorial for building like Relay for Life and their Global Business Academy. And then we also have an additional $17,000 of unused funds from last year that we were able to utilize as well. So that awarded 91 grants.
Thank you.
Goose Creek CISD junior and senior students had the opportunity to participate in the 7th annual ExxonMobil High School Essay Contest. First place winners from each campus will receive an Apple iWatch, while second place receives a $100 American Express gift certificate. With us tonight, we have Connie Tilton, Public and Government Affairs Advisor for ExxonMobil, who will be handing out these awards. We also have with her tonight our ELA coordinator, Randy Willison. So I'm going to ask them to come up to the front, and if our board member and superintendent will come down. We're going to start with Goose Creek Memorial High School. And our first place winner was Mariah Guerrero, and her teacher was Sue Canariato. Do you want second place also, Carrie? Do you want second place also? Okay. And our second place winner from GCM is Carissa Villarreal, also her teacher, Sue Canariato. From Robert E. Lee High School, our first place winner is Lisette Mendoza and her teacher, Kurt Bouillon. And our second place winner is Alexis Gomez, also teacher Kurt Bouillon. From Rossess Sterling High School, in first place, we have Erin Griffin, and her teacher is Angela Burring. And our second place is Ayush Agrawal. Also, his teacher is Angela Burring. And from Impact Early College High School, our first place winner is Divya Singh with her teacher, Emily Patrick. And our second place winner is Guadalupe Zepeda, also with her teacher, Emily Patrick. Congratulations. All right, next we have Kevin Foxworth, our Executive Director of Strategic Planning and Support Services, who will be recognizing campuses for their support to the United Way of Greater Baytown Area and Chambers County.
Yeah, she was. Oh, there she. Okay, President Poppy, Board of Trustees, Superintendent O'Brien. Goose Creek CSD has held a long-standing relationship with the United Way of Greater Baytown Area and Chambers County in its support of its students and their families. I am pleased to announce Goose Creek CISD employees raised a total of $41,133 to support the United Way in its mission to help our community. I'd like to introduce Mrs. Melissa Rebold, the Executive Director for the United Way, Greater Baytown Area and Chambers County, who wanted to share a word with you.
Thanks, Kevin. I am very pleased to be here to say thank you back to the school system. They are the people that are creating our community leaders for tomorrow. United Way is very proud to stand by your side and support you in your endeavors to create tomorrow's community leaders through the programs that we invest in throughout the community, that actually are really attacking those issues that are community-wide, affecting our kids' ability to learn, from food, housing, clothing, and also additional program support. So I want to reach out and just say thank you so much. You had a really great participation rate and gift rate, which really compels us to say we are truly investing in tomorrow's leaders. So thank you so much.
Okay, at this time, we'd like to recognize outstanding employee participation from our top 3 campuses. Coming in at 3rd place, and the highest employee participation percentage is Cedar Bayou Junior School with 89% of their faculty. The principal of Cedar Bayou Junior is Michael Curl. Come on up, Michael. Congratulations. CBJ had an increase of 38% from the year before. All right, coming in with the 2nd highest employee participation percentage is Clark Elementary at 97% participation. The Clark principal is Miss Kay Cruz. All right. All right, coming in at number 1 with the highest employee participation in the district at 99% employee participation, Benuelos Elementary. Okay, y'all hang on. Y'all stay right there. Here's, give them that. So in addition to this, they were the winner of the medium campus category on contributions. Benuelos Elementary gave $4,826, winning the medium campus category. So again, congratulations. All right, the next set of recognitions are the highest monetary contributions of a small medium. We just did that. So the small campus category, which ranges from 1 to 54 employees, the highest contributor was San Jacinto Elementary, donating over $2,895. The principal is Miss Rachel McAdam. right, thank y'all. In the largest campus category, which ranges from 90 to 218 employees, the highest contributor was Lee High School, donating over $2,750. The principal of Lee High School is Dr. Joe Farnsworth. Congratulations, Lee High School.
Goose Creek CISD 6th through 8th grade students recently had the opportunity to participate in the district, regional, and state math counts competitions. Approximately 50 students participate annually from Goose Creek. The mission of Math Counts is designed to increase enthusiasm for and enhance achievement in middle school mathematics throughout the United States. The program provides middle school students with the foundation for success in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics careers. Our following participants finished second place at the regional competition and represented us at the state meet. From Highlands Junior School, we have Hirsch Agrawal, who's a 7th grader. Swayam Gupta, who's a 6th grader. Afarv Shindi, who's an 8th grader. Aaron Sood, who's a 7th grader. They were coached by Kirti Kulkarni and Lindsay Hampton. And our district math counts coordinator is Nancy Bonds, and our co-coordinator and math district coordinator is Amy Henderson. Congratulations. Our district had not one, but 4 2017 graduates to receive the Exemplary Migrant Students for the State of Texas Award. This award is provided through the Texas Migrant Interstate Program, which is a division of the Texas Education Agency. These students were required to have a 90 average or above, be a current migrant student with a valid certificate of eligibility, and a valid candidate for graduation. All 4 of our students went above and beyond the requirement, and they are each currently full-time college students, as well as working 20 and more hours per week. First, I'd like to recognize Jane Paris. She is our migrant administrator for the district, and she's going to join us up front to recognize our students, if you want to come on up. Yeah. We have 2 students that were not able to make it with us tonight. Of course, they're in college right now, but we do have 2 that were able to join us. We have Jose Cuevas. He was a 2017 graduate of Ross S. Sterling High School. And we have Jocelyn Rosas. She's a 2017 graduate of Goose Creek Memorial High School. It is quite an honor to earn state recognition, and we're very proud of our students. Excellence is an important factor for our district, not only for funding from the state, but for the benefit of students to receive instruction. Our top 2 elementary campuses for the 5th 6 weeks are Victoria Walker Elementary School, having a 97.05% perfect attendance, and representing Victoria Walker Elementary are kindergartner Cole Lee, first grader Anai Gupta, second grader Genesis Olivares, third grader Pablo Rodriguez, fourth grader Jalia Grant, fifth grader Luke Williams, and their principal Monica Juarez. You should have them. Rhonda gave them to Noemi. Nope. That's all right. We'll get them to them and they can smile. In second place, we have Stephen F. Austin Elementary School with a 96.91%. Here today are Tony DePalma, Ava Flood, Alex Mongru, Marco Rangel, Peyton Salinas, and their principal, Michelle Duhan. George H. Gentry School is the top junior school with 96.24%. With us from Gentry to receive their award are 6th grader Lauren Kinder, 7th grader Amelia Logan, 8th grader Adam Kinder, and principal Kathy Holland. And our top high school had been Lee every single 6 weeks, but Goose Creek Memorial beat them out to this 6 weeks with a 93.14%. And representing GCM is Alexandria Heyman, 10th grader, and her principal, Susan Jackson. Next, we have our Fine Arts Director, Philip Morgan, who will be recognizing our Texas All-State Music and Theater Arts groups.
Thank you, Dr. Duarte. We'd like to recognize the following students and teachers for achieving superior honors in their respective fine arts programs and in Texas All-State Music, Visual, and Theater Arts groups. We congratulate you all on your accomplishments. First, we'll recognize the State VASE, or Visual Arts Scholastic Event qualifiers. First, a freshman from Goose Creek Memorial High School under the direction of her teacher, Jonna Morris, Lorelei Barboza. It's a group, yeah. You can go ahead through. All right. Second, also under the direction of Ms. Morris, a freshman at GCM, Vianney Trejo. It should also be noted that Ms. Trejo also won a gold seal at the state vase contest, which I believe, and I have to ask Ms. Morris, is that the first one that we've had in quite some time or ever? At GCM, it is the first time. So you can win a medal at state, but to actually get a gold seal is the top honor, and her work will actually travel around the state of Texas in the fall. A sophomore from GCM, Skylar Newton. And joining them, a senior from Goose Creek Memorial, Marisa Gates. They are joined by their instructor, Ms. Jonna Morris. And our GCM principal is Mrs. Susan Jackson, who is just there. We go right there, Ms. Jackson. Ross S. Sterling High School also had a great number of state qualifiers this year. A freshman from Ross S. Sterling High School under the direction of Ms. Darcy McDonald, Jody Pridgemore. A senior from Ross S. Sterling under the direction of teacher Annie Watson, Erin Griffin. Another senior from Ross S. Sterling, Israel Robles. Another senior joining the group, Javi Wynn. And rounding out the group, a senior, Leslie Martinez. Students under the direction of Ms. Darcy McDonald and Mrs. Annie Watson, and Principal Nathan Shattuck. Congratulations, Sterling State qualifiers. And we just couldn't settle for only 2 schools going to state and state visual arts, so Lee made it the trifecta. Representing Robert E. Lee High School as a 9th grader, Miss Jennifer Pena. And a freshman also joining her, Renacia Smith. Both artists are under the direction of Kenneth Morton, teacher, and Principal Joseph Farnsworth. It's coming up. We're going rotation. This is just vase. You can come back over, Candace. Our next recognized group is going to be the Texas Art Education Association State Youth Art Month winners. Our first winner is a 3rd grader from George Washington Carver Elementary School under the direction of our teacher, Harry Barber, Jessica Sanchez. From Robert E. Lee High School, also under the direction of Ms. Morton, Deborah Sauceda. And rounding out State Art Month, a 12th grader from Ross S. Sterling High School under the direction of her teacher, Annie Watson, Ms. Priscilla Cerna. Congratulations to our visual arts state qualifying students. For our theater arts students, this year, Ross S. Sterling High School, for the first time in, how many years, district champs? For the first time in 7 years, Ross S. Sterling High School claimed the district championship in one-act play competition for UIL. In that, advancing on to the by-district one-act play contest, they captured a number of awards, but also the district, or by-district's Best Actress Award. Ladies and gentlemen, your by-district 6A Best Actress for 21 and 22 6A, a 12th grader from Ross Sterling, Miss Destiny Gordon. Ms. Gordon is under the direction of drama teachers Jeremy Barrow and Ms. Cynthia Hearn. For the first time in district history, Goose Creek CISD has state qualifiers in the UIL Theatrical Design Contest in Conference 6A. Those students are all from Goose Creek Memorial High School and are here with Alicia Green and Nina Saunders, their theater sponsors. An 11th grader advancing in scenic design, Emilio Nava. An 11th grader advancing to state in costume design individual, Salarli Lara. A freshman advancing to state in costume design, Diego Rodriguez. And a junior advancing in makeup and hair design individual, Caleb Martin. This is the first district and first campus qualification for the state UIL Theatrical Design Contest. Congratulations. The Texas Educational Theater Association hosts a statewide playwriting contest every year, and again, Goose Creek Memorial students qualified and won state performances. In the playwriting all-state 10-minute play contest, junior Christian Lewis. Also, in the all-state 10-minute playwriting contest for 12th grade, Haiti Ramirez. Another state qualifier in the 10-minute play contest, junior Melissa Herrera. And if a 10-minute play weren't a chore enough, placing in the 12th grade all-state full-length play contest, Carissa Villarreal. Joining Carissa in the all-state full-length play contest, Cole Knox. And our final winner to state, our all-state class play written contest, our 11th grader, Sadie Aiken. Goose Creek Memorial Theater Arts is sponsored by their directors, Mrs. Nina Saunders and Mrs. Alicia Green. Congratulations. It is also worth noting, while I'm giving out all these state recognitions, their principal is also Miss Susan Jackson. In addition to our visual artists and thespians, we also have a very select group, and for those of you who know how competitive music is in the state of Texas, we had 3 Goose Creek CISD students earn the prestigious honor of being called a Texas All-State Musician. A 10th grade student, All-State Women's Choir member this year, under the direction of Mrs. Holly Llewellyn and Lauren Hilliard, Skylar Newton. Joining Skylar on the stage, a 12th grader from Ross S. Sterling High School, a first-time All-State Women's Choir member, under the direction of Levi Duncan and Courtney Howard, Miss Emily Thomas. And I definitely saved the best individual recognition for last. All of our state qualifiers have certainly accomplished a lot, but the gentleman I'm about to announce, I think some eyebrows will go up, especially from our board members. To be named a TMEA All-State Musician is an honor. To do it back-to-back years is a phenomenal honor. To do it 3 years in a row is absolutely absurd. But to be a 4-year All-State musician is an achievement that few, if any, rarely accomplish in the world of music. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of his private lesson instructor as well, I want to make sure we mention her because she's been a part of your life too, which is, tell me again? Miss Bryant. Thank you, Miss Bryant. Also, under the direction of Mr. Sean Schultz, Miss Lisa Hughes, and Dr. Josh Haggerty, a 4-time TMEA All-State French horn player, Mr. Trenton Carr. As always, the department is thankful and highly appreciative of the board and administration for this opportunity to showcase our tremendously talented students.
All right, next we have Renee Dillon, our CTE director, who will be recognizing our state level competitors.
Good evening. I know you know all about advanced placement testing and its awards, and you're aware that we also offer very rigorous Project Lead the Way engineering and biomedical science courses for our students. These two organizations have now teamed up to recognize students who earn qualifying scores on both AP and Project Lead the Way career pathway exams. This shows that a student will advance, be prepared for advanced courses at the college level, not just in academics, but in the engineering biomedical pathway. This is the first year that this award has been offered, and I want to recognize Chris Amezcua, who is from Sterling High School. He is one of only less than 800 students nationally to receive this award. He's the first student in Goose Creek to earn this award. Not only has he done this, but he's also just passed his pharmacy tech certification and has been accepted to Baylor as a pre-med biology student. The Family Career and Community Leaders of America, or FCCLA, is a national organization for young women and men who are taking classes in education and training, hospitality, and human services. This year, Terry Swindle, a Stewart Career Tech High School student, won 5th in state in a career investigation competition. He is a Culinary Arts Academy student, freshman, and works with both Ms. Andrade and Rex Miller, and is under the direction of Dr. Cap Roeder as principal. This year we had 6 cosmetology students advance to state with their projects. Joanna Guerrero advanced with her fantasy hair design. Melissa Gonzalez with her fantasy hair design project. J.C. Dubois, the salon design, along with Kelsey Messer and Victoria Lemus. These are the students of Lisa Hatman at Ross Sterling and under the direction of Nathan Chaddock, principal. Our district's FFA students did remarkably well this year in the state livestock shows and rodeos. Starting with Charlie Jones from Sterling High School. She showed in the San Antonio and the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Carson Perswell in the State Fair of Texas Steer Show. Cooper Smalley, State Fair of Texas Steer Show. These 3 are Sterling students working with sponsor Rebecca Banks and principal Nathan Chaddock. We are also recognizing 2 junior FFA students from Victoria Walker Elementary. We have Melody McMurray and Caden Johnson. Melody raises rabbits, and Caden is a horse rider. And then they also, one student, actually Melody works with Rebecca, with Sterling High School's FFA with Rebecca, and then Caden works with Goose Creek Memorial's FFA as junior. And I know we have their parents in the audience.
All right, lastly, we have Philip Morgan, who will be presenting a fine arts resolution, and Bernie Mulvaney, athletic director, who will be presenting several athletic resolutions.
Thank you, Dr. Warte. As I mentioned before, for the first time in 7 years, Ross S. Sterling High School won the 6A District Championship in one-act play. Very proud. Recognizing State of Texas, County of Harris, the outstanding achievement of the Ross S. Sterling High School UIL one-act play cast and crew, and by District Best Actress, under the direction of Mr. Jeremy Barrow and Mrs. Cynthia Hearn in their 2018 District Championship in Theater Arts. And they're advancing to the bi-district contest in Conference 6A. Be it known that multiple students from Ross S. Sterling High School Theater Arts Department were recognized with individual awards at both district and bi-district level, including, as mentioned, the district's Best Actress Award. The Board of Trustees of Goose Creek Consolidated Independent School District extends sincere congratulations to the students, the directors, and the school. Your efforts have brought honor to you, the Rangers, and our school district. Best wishes for continued success in the future. Just kidding. Mr. O'Brien, President Poppy, Board of Trustees, it's my honor to give you 5 resolutions tonight athletically. Our first one is our girls basketball team from Goose Creek Memorial under the direction, yeah, go ahead, give an applause. Under the direction of Darcy Moore, 21-6A playoff qualifier, by-district champions, and area finalists. I will continue to read the rest of this resolution in its entirety, and I'll skip through on the other ones, but recognizing that the attainment of this award was a result of the dedicated effort by the members of the Goose Creek Memorial High School girls basketball team and their coaches. The Board of Trustees of the Goose Creek Consolidated Independent School District extends sincere congratulations to the students, the coaches, and the school. Your efforts have brought us honor to you and our school district. The Board of Trustees wishes your continued success in the future. Thank you, Coach Moore. Our next resolution is for the boys basketball team at Goose Creek Memorial and Coach Marcus Ebo. Recognizing the outstanding achievement of the Goose Creek Memorial High School boys basketball team, which was a 21-6A playoff qualifier and a by-district finalist. Thank you, Coach Ebo. Next up, we have the Goose Creek Memorial High School boys soccer team led by Coach William Freeman, which was a 21-6A playoff qualifier and a by-district finalist. Did I say soccer? Thought I said soccer. Okay, good. Just checking. Hooked on phonics. Worked for me. Next up, we have the Sterling Assistant Campus Coordinator, Greg Smith. He will be taking the resolutions for both the Ross S. Sterling High School girls soccer team, which was a 21-6A playoff qualifier and by-district finalist, and recognizing the outstanding achievement for the Ross S. Sterling High School swim team, which was a 21-6A playoff contender and a regional finalist. Thank you, Coach Smith.
Is there anyone left?
All right, the next item on our agenda is citizens participation. Ms. Noema Garcia, as far as I know, we have no one who has signed up. All right. We'll go on to the next item, number 5, our public hearing.
Dr. Duarte and Ginger McKay will be presenting on ESSA this evening. Dr. Duarte, you have trimmed this down to about an hour?
This should take only 2 minutes. Quickest presentation ever.
I'll time you.
So one of our requirements is that we receive feedback from the public or the board in regards to our federal programs. We have 5 federal programs that we'll go through quickly. We've got Title I Part A, Part C, Title II Part A, Title III Part A, and Title IV Part A. Under Title I Part A, what we're looking at is funds that provide supplemental resources to help our schools that have high concentrations of students from low-income families and the ability to provide high-quality educational services. An additional program that we manage is our Migrant Education Program, and this is to provide supplemental instruction and support services for our migrant students and their families. Under Title II Part A, this is building systems of support for excellent teaching and leading. So this provides funds for improving teacher and principal quality and increasing the number of highly qualified teachers in the classrooms, as well as principals and assistant principals in our schools. Under Title III Part A, these funds provide supplemental resources to help ensure that our children who are English language learners attain English proficiency at high levels in their academic subjects. And then Title IV Part A, which is a fairly new title, and this is Student Support and Academic Enrichment Grants. And this is providing a well-rounded education, safe and healthy students, and effective use of technology. So at this time, if we have any public comments or any feedback from the board, we will accept that.
Any comments? Question? All right. Thank you. 1 minute, 57 seconds.
Told ya.
All right, next item is discussion items. Number 6, superintendent's reports.
This evening we have Kevin Foxworth and Rick Waltershide coming up to present on rezoning results.
Thank you, Board. Mr. O'Brien, we are just
briefly going to go over the two.
It's already on.
Got it. Doesn't have a rope at the end of it.
Just okay, turn it on the back.
We're going to go over our high school zoning options one last time. That's what we anticipated. And then answer any questions that you may have and go from there. As you'll recall, PASA came down and presented us with a number of options, and the two that we'll go over tonight are the ones that were settled on and placed before our constituents, our community members, for an online poll. And we do have the results for those, but as you can see currently, here's our current high school zones going all the way out to 2027. They have been adapted over the years and serve their purpose. Scenario A, as you can see the outline in blue, as you're accustomed to, the black outline is the current zones, and then where they overlap between the different colors is where the new additions will be. Got us very close to where we want to be, and this was one of the options that was settled on to go before the community. Scenario B, a little bit greater changes. However, if we look across the board, the numbers are very similar, and both of these would fit very nicely with junior high options to where it would be very equal across the board as far as moving planning units. An additional junior high would fit into both of these scenarios, so we keep that in mind as well. Results of the online community poll, we had around 1,400 votes, and we overwhelmingly was for option A. Over that, very quick. Any questions?
All right, no questions? All right, thank you, Mr. Foxworth, Mr. Walter-Shedd. Next item is 2018-19 budget workshop.
Renee Dobbs and Margie Grimes will be presenting.
Dr. White.
Dr. White as well.
Good evening, President Poppy, board members, Superintendent O'Brien, and guests. This is our first of two scheduled budget workshops to review and discuss development of the 18-19 budget. Other workshops may be scheduled if needed. This presentation will include the budget proposals for the debt service fund and the capital improvement fund. This is just a snapshot of our budget calendar. It reflects the next budget workshop date of June 4th, and then on June 18th, the board will adopt the budget. Budget objectives. Most of these objectives remain the same as last year, so I won't spend time covering those. You can read through those on your own. Planning assumptions. 2018-19. The first is the student enrollment decline. It's estimated at 0.4%, down from 23,799 to 23,710. This estimate is based on membership roll-up for each grade level. And the estimate is subject to change as new data becomes available. The preliminary certified taxable values for M&O after the value limitation for 2018 decreased $1.4 billion or 13%. INS preliminary values increased about the same, $1.3 billion or 11%. State funding decreased based on the 2018 preliminary estimated tax collections, and a significantly higher local assigned value from the prior year. Chapter 313 revenue protection payment of $28 million is included in the budget proposal. It's largely a one-time hold harmless calculation that is very favorable for the district. Also, Chapter 313 supplemental payments estimated at approximately $1.5 million or about 50% of what the original estimates were, are included in the capital improvement fund. I would like to note that this is just a reminder that recently the board approved a resolution which called for these payments to be received and accounted for in the capital improvement fund. The debt service fund proposal is based on the current INS tax rate of 26.189 cents per $100 of value. I wanted to make a note here. Based on this year's increased INS estimated property tax values, the board has the option to generate sufficient revenues for the total of all annual debt service payments with the adoption of a 1 cent tax rate increase. With this option, the INS tax rate that would be adopted would be 27.189 cents, and the total tax rate would go up from $1.43 to $1.44. The operating transfer to the debt service fund is currently included for the 18-19 year of $1.5 million. With a 1 cent increase, that would be zero, for example. FTZ revenues from ExxonMobil are not included in the operating budget. E-rate has been decreasing over the past few years, and we're estimated $200,000 for next year. Salary increases are recommended based on a general pay increase of 2%. And comp time must be utilized by the end of the year, and all overtime budgets must be approved by the superintendent. Some of these assumptions that are listed apply to the general operating fund, which we're not covering tonight, but in developing the baseline budget, we have had all of these assumptions assembled, so we wanted to go ahead and provide that information to you. This is just a quick snapshot to show the trend in the taxable property values. You can see the $1.4 billion for M&O. That's the red line going down, the decrease. And then for INS, it's about, I think, 1.3, or did I get those backwards? About the same for both. But you can see there now where they're actually starting to go in opposite directions there with the values, with the limitation values coming online. This is just a snapshot of where you can see sort of the enrollment trend is kind of flatlining. This trend illustrates that decline we talked about is about 0.5%. Also, again, this shows over the past 5 years now our growth rate of 6.2%. And again, this estimate is subject to change as new data becomes available. The proposed tax rate, this we haven't included in the budget at this point at $1.43. Just over $1.43 being proposed. However, the INS rate may be modified as discussed previously. This graph contains a lot of numbers, but I basically wanted to point out the top half is the M&O, and the bottom half is the INS. And it basically is just to show you there where the values can show the decrease. You can see the decrease there on the top for the M&O and values, and the increase at the bottom on INS. And then basically those revenues that are generated with those changes. So I'm not going to cover every number on this slide, but I wanted you to have it available for your information. And so the debt service fund budget, this is with an operating transfer of $1.5 million from the general fund. Has total revenue for 18-19 of $37.4 million, total expenditures of $37 million, leaving $376,000 excess revenue, and that is for the 2005 QZAP escrow account payment that we always have as a residual, leaving the estimated ending unrestricted fund balance at $13.4 million, which is equivalent to 36% of our annual debt service expenditures. Just as a reminder, our target is 25%, so we're well above that. This is just a graphic of our annual debt service requirements. They reflect total future payments of penalty and interest of all outstanding bonded debts of almost $640 million, maturing over the next 23 years. And then the capital improvement fund budget. The adoption of an annual budget for this fund is not a legal requirement. It's rather presented for information purposes, since funding for the projects accounted for in this fund are derived from both the general fund and our 313 supplemental resources. The project totals of just over 35 million in the first column, they reflect all the projects that the board has incurred over the past few years, and we've been accounting for separate and tracking separate in this fund. The next column, column 2, shows what we've actually spent to date, leaving a project balance in the fourth column, or I call it the first column on the right-hand side. So what we haven't spent out of the 35 million, we spent 23, there's approximately 11.5 left. And then to that, we add the 18-19 capital project budget of 1.688 million, bringing our 18-19 proposed budget total to almost 2 million, which is an accumulation of those projects that are incomplete moving forward and then the new projects. If you'll notice, we have 2,254,447 of that has been unallocated to any project. Those are available for needs of the district as being proposed. And I'll turn it over to Dr. White to cover the compensation plan models.
We basically have two compensation plan models to share. The first is at a 2% general pay increase for all employees. It would put the starting salary at $55,000 for teachers with 0 years of experience, and at 31 years it would put us at $70,732. The total cost of this would be about $4.2 million. That would be a cost increase of $4.2 million. The $3.4 million would go to the actual pay increase itself, and another $865,000 would go towards equity adjustments. Equity adjustments primarily go to our people at 0 years of experience, because sometimes when the pay grades are adjusted, the 2% we would give them isn't enough to keep them on the pay grade, so it'll do a little more adjustment. Also included in the teacher scale, we asked TASB to look at providing a little bit more distance in the steps for our pay scale starting at about 15 years. So our more experienced teachers will feel a little bit more of a step from year to year, instead of right now they may have some years where they go up $100, $200 from one year. This will give it a little bit more substantial, so there'll be more of a step for our more experienced teachers. The other option that we have is a 3% general pay increase. Very similar. The total here would be $5.8 million in addition to the current cost.
All right, do you have any questions?
Excuse me. Just real quick question. The 2% raise out of the budget we're talking about for next year, would that put us in the red?
No, sir.
Okay.
We haven't finalized all of our numbers for the general fund presentation, primarily because in order to estimate payroll, we're waiting on a final snapshot of any transfers, any new positions, or any changes in staffing. So once that's complete, we will present the general fund budget, but we currently, that would not put us in a deficit situation.
So it'll be an after fact, once everything has come in, and then we'll determine it.
Right, right.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, my turn. Can you go back to the slide? Margie's slide. Really back this third slide, I guess, give or take. Oh, okay, keep going forward. Just stop there for a second. I don't know if anyone's had a moment in the last couple of weeks and may have read something on social media. So I want to clarify a couple of questions on some of this transferring in 313 and our values. And want everyone to understand the thought process that Margie and her staff have put into this to make sure our district is in sound financial shape. First and foremost, we understand, we're not surprised that the values are going down on the M&O side. It's the 313 agreement this district signed and approved back in 2013. Is that correct? Okay. So we understood the INS would continue to be at fair market is going up. The INS value with the M&O value would decrease once these projects are value limited. So the operating transfer to debt service fund, if I remember correctly a few years ago, do you remember what was the amount we actually proposed and built all that tax swap information on?
$7.5 million.
On $7.5 million. So I wanted to everyone to understand, just to reiterate, on the tax ratification election, tax swap as we called it, we moved pennies from the debt service side over to the M&O side. The first 2 cents of that were called the golden pennies, and we got about $3.8 million in revenue on that, give or take. The other pennies they're called copper, but they're on the M&O side. So we knew by moving money to the M&O side, we would have to transfer, and we planned to transfer $7.5 million. As values increase and through smart and efficient planning, we're only transferring $1.5 million. So that's more money on the M&O side for our students, for our staff, for pay raises, for other needs of our district, and for help our students. Now we understand.
I wanted to point out something on this slide that I failed to mention earlier. The transfer out, the budgeted transfer out for 2017 was $5,750,000. We're going to submit a budget amendment on our final year-end budget amendment to reduce that to a $3 million transfer out. Some of that savings is property value growth. The other part of it is we had in August of 17, we had a remarketing of some variable rate debt, and we had some savings there. And then in December of 17, when the new tax law came about and they disallowed advanced refundings, we jumped through hoops to get it one done before December 31st to save $6 million, I think it was on that transaction. And so we were able to generate about 2.6 or 2.7 million in savings, thereby reducing this transfer further down from the 5.75 to 3 million. So those additional funds will be recouped and generate some additional fund balance for the general fund for the 2017-18 year, so the 2017 tax year, but this current fiscal year, 17-18. I failed to point that out and just wanted to mention that since you brought that up.
And then since we moved it to the M&O side, the last 11 cents were subject to recapture. So this year, I believe we paid $1.1 million back to the state. We had the opportunity to net that against state revenue. State revenue was not decreased. We just netted it instead of us sending a check back to the state. However, now that the M&O value is going down with the 313 agreements kicking in, that Chapter 41 recapture payment will either be greatly reduced or it could be zero. I don't know if we've got to that point yet, but it's based on next year's information.
I think as these lower values next year are used in the state funding template and they're down, I'm sure we're going to see a decrease.
Yeah, because it's just your property value divided by your water, divided by 100. So I just want to make sure that with all the information that's been on social media, I want to make sure I clarify what the tax swap actually did and how it has helped our district and how we monitor it every year on a yearly basis with property values. Because if there ever is a time where we need to move it back to the INS side and still keep the total tax rate the same, we have that option available to us. So I want to thank you and appreciate the hard work that you do in the business office for our district. And then on the next thing, you had 2% and 3%. Did we look at 2.5, which I guess would be about $5 million?
You can kind of interpolate there, we figured.
I mean, it's kind of...
It's split the difference.
So it's on the table, so I'm trying to... It's being considered, I guess, is another way of saying that. Then the next budget workshop, I assume you'll have kind of like all the FTEs, any positions that are being added, subtracted. I know subtracted isn't a word that's used very often on FTEs, but subtracted based on, it's a CFO thing. We get excited for subtracted, but that information. So, but I appreciate it. It looks like we got some opportunities that either you said 2, 2.5, or 3, we would still, we have the revenues available. So we have some opportunities to give our employees a pay raise next year. Sure. And that was compensates 2% of midpoint, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to clarify for the record. All right, thank you.
Another thing, just to point out, Dr. White mentioned it briefly, but one of the things we've done in the comparison of other districts comparable in size is the pay scale going out into the years of the teaching salary, looking at the 5-year mark, the 10-year mark, the 15, 20-year mark. And so it's made some equity adjustment recommendations for those as well. So
thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for that.
Thank you. You mentioned
that.
Yeah, and I can show you
About
that
a
if
year
you'd like to see it.
less than that. So, thank you for all your hard work.
Other questions, anyone?
All right, thank you.
Thank you all. Potential raise.
Job well done.
All right, our next agenda on the item is number 7, approval of minutes. March 29th, 2018 board workshop.
Move for approval.
We have a motion by Mr. Augustine Laredo. We have a second by Mr. Ben Poppy. Do we have any questions or comments on the minutes? All in favor, show by the raise of the hand. Right hand. All right. Passed 7 affirmed, 0 nays. B, regular board meeting of April 2nd, 2018.
Move for approval.
We have a motion by Ms. Jessica Woods. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, Mr. Augustine Laredo. Do we have any comments or questions on the minutes for the April 2nd board meeting? All in favor, raise your right hand. Any? All right. Motion passes 7-0. Next agenda item is number 8, action items. A, consent of consent agenda.
And I will go through the administration's recommendations, but I'd like to first point out, I'd like to pull item number 8A10 to be considered separately. Consideration of consent agenda. Number 1, donation from Goose Creek CISD Education Foundation. Number 2, donation from Houston Texans Foundation. Number 3, engagement letters from the independent audit firm of Stewart, Garcia, and Stanley, LLC, for the district and the GCCISD Money Purchase Pension Plan's annual financial audits for the fiscal year 2017-2018. Number 4, board policy CDA local, other revenues and investments. Number 5, resolution of for the school district's approved sources of instruction relating to investment responsibilities. Number 6, list of qualified broker, dealer, and financial institutions for 2018-19. Number 7, First Amendment to agreement between Harris County Hospital District, DBA, Harris Health Systems, and Goose Creek CISD. Number 8, agreement between Goose Creek CISD and Bilingual Speech Therapy of Houston. Number 9, addendum to the interlocal agreement for specialized services with Harris County Department of Education Academic Behavior Center, ABC. Skip number 10. Number 11, approval of local alternative requirements for graduation. Number 12, high school rezoning option A. Number 13, first option to extend RFP for annual fire extinguisher and kitchen inspection and related services. Number 14, second option to extend CSP for solid waste management services. Number 15, second option to extend CSP for technology equipment and supplies and services. Number 16, award of CSP for janitorial and maintenance services for the district central administration building and health clinic. Number 17, tax refunds. Number 18, superintendent expenditures. Administration would recommend approval of the consent agenda.
I'd like to move for approval of actions items 8A1 through 9 and 11 through 18.
We have a motion by Mr. Augustine Laredo to approve the consent agenda items number 1 through 9 and 11 through 18. Is it 18 or 19? 18. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
We have a second by Ms. Jessica Woods. Do we have any questions or comments?
One quick question. The janitorial service here is different from our regular.
Yes, sir. It's for confidentiality reasons mostly.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, motion passes 7-0.
And consent agenda item number 10 simply calls for disclosure of 2 board members. I'll allow you to do that, to withdraw. Ben.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
withdraw since I'm employed by Galena Park ISD.
And I withdraw because we share the same parents.
And administration would still bring this forth as an item for approval by the remaining board members.
Item 8A10, looking for a motion.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Jessica Woods to approve the, sorry, let me go to the interlocal contracts for property tax collection with Galena Park ISD. Second by Mr. Clem. All four, please raise your right hand. Against? Abstentions? Motion passes 5-4, 0 against and 2 abstentions.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. B, future board agenda items, board trainings, board meetings. Do we have any future board agenda items any of the board members would like to see or request?
It's a busy time of year.
Hearing none, okay. Any future board trainings?
Does that include SLI?
SLI is June, correct?
Right.
Mid-June. San Antonio, and there's one
Oh,
Fort
yeah.
Worth
Second week
July.
of June.
All right, upcoming board meetings. Okay, so any more board training? All right. Upcoming board meetings. May 16th, strategic plan meeting that will be held at Impact Early College High School.
Administration would like to make a recommendation to include a special meeting there in the event that we need to do any personnel matters at that time.
Would we need a special meeting to call for additional committees surrounding bond planning and strategic planning subcommittees?
That meeting is just the board meets with the consultant for the first hour, and then we'll meet with the committee in a whole. I believe
we'll receive
instruction as for the strategic plan. However, at this point, is my personal belief is that any future bond committee would actually be a separate committee than the strategic plan. It would not be under the umbrella of the strategic plan. It may use information developed from the strategic plan, but it won't be part of that strategic plan committee.
Okay.
But that's just me thinking.
But future board agenda items would include
Yes.
calling for such committees?
Yeah. May not be on May 16th meeting, but I mean, it would be in the future, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying future board agenda items.
Yeah, to
I'm
discuss.
backtracking, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
We're already down to number 3, but I went back to number 1.
Okay.
For future board agenda
definitely
items, we need to make sure we're considering formation of committees to discuss and plan for future bond surrounding what strategic planning committees are in conjunction with or totally separate from, but committees that would investigate future bond projects
Gotcha.
in the near future.
Okay, so.
And I wanted to make note that the special meeting would need to be either the 16th or the 21st. Either one would work.
I can't be here on the 21st. I'm sorry, I have a Boy Scout Court of Honor. I will be at top 10, and then I have to go.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it's anticipated, or we will, since we're meeting on the 16th, we'll go ahead and canvass the vote on the 16th. That's the last day we can legally do it without having to call another meeting or have 2 other board members show up.
So we are calling a board meeting after.
For the canvassing of the votes.
For the canvassing after or before the strategic planning meeting on the 16th?
I would go after.
After.
Because that way the committees can do their time.
And the canvassing only requires 2 board members, I believe it is.
Yes,
right?
it's just, you just read in the record the precincts.
Right.
And then is there potentially any hires?
Correct.
Teacher hires?
Mr. Poppy, do we have a time and location for the May 21st reception / special meeting?
The top 10.
May 21st, top 10 reception, special meeting is still planned to be at this meal. Be here at the Goose Creek Administration Building. I believe 5, was it 5 or 5:30?
Back for top 10 celebration?
5 or 5:30?
So we catch that reception 5 o'clock, top 10. Starts at 5:30.
We talked about moving it to 5:30. Because, I mean, we won't have a meeting afterwards.
Right.
If we do, it'll be very short, so we're not sandwiched up against that.
Right.
So I have 5:30, this building, Monday, May 21st.
Okay, so back on May 16th, we're meeting with the strategic planning guy before,
5:30.
and that's at 5:30 as well?
Yes, board meets at 5:30 with the consultant. The strategic planning committee members will show up at 6:30.
What day is that again?
16th.
16th.
That's a Wednesday.
And then the move of the September 4th meeting was just to avoid the Labor Day holiday on Monday. So it'll be a Tuesday night.
So September 4th isn't Labor Day? So we want to move it to the 5th? Okay, so 3rd is Labor Day. So moving it to the 4th?
Yes.
Okay, so that's
our recommendation.
What was that?
Move the September board meeting from September 3rd Monday to September 4th Tuesday evening due to the Labor Day holiday. All right, any other board meeting questions? All right. Next item on our agenda is closed session. We have the language. I'm not finding it. It's 551. 071. All right. Noemi, do you have the language for the closed session? I know it's text education code 551.071, 072, 073, 074, 075, 076, 082, 083, 084, 087. All right.
No action will be taken.
No action will be taken. While the board is in closed session, it is now 8:12. We go to closed session. On our agenda, discussion of personnel. I believe we're going to do B first instead of A.
Yes, sir. Administration would recommend that the board accept the resignations and retirements of those staffs as presented.
All right, do we have a motion? All right, we have a motion by Mr. Clem. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Mr. Ben Poppy. Do we have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. You had your hand up, right, Howard? Okay, motion passes 7-0. Part A.
In this point in time, administration would recommend approval of elections as presented.
Move approval. We have a motion. So is that Ricky? Or we have a move for approval by Mr. Albershard. We have a second by Mr. Howard Sampson. Do we have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Next item, number C, administrative election.
Yes, sir. Administrative recommendations include licensed specialist in school psychology, Angelica Cruz.
Do we have a motion? We have a motion by Ms. Jessica Woods. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, Mr. Augustine Laredo. Do we have a discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0.
Administrative recommendations for educational diagnosticians include Linda Ware, Amber Wilson.
Do we have a motion?
Move to approve.
We have a motion by Mr. Ricky Clem. Do we have a second?
My second.
We have a second by Mr. Ben Poppy. All in favor, raise your right. Oh, we have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Was your hand up? Yes. All right. Motion passes 7-0. Next item, Deaf Education Coordinator.
Administration recommends Leanne Simpkins.
Do we have a motion?
Move to approve.
We have a motion by Mr. Augustine Laredo. Do we have a second? We have a second, Mr. Howard Sampson. Do we have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Secondary school counselors.
Have a recommendation for Counselor Gentry Deborah Blakesley and Counselor at Robert E. Lee High School Luke Nelson.
Do we have a motion? We have a motion for both by Ms. Jessica Woods.
Second.
We have a second, Mr. Ricky Clem. Do we have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion passes 7-0. Next item, Human Resource Coordinator.
Have a recommendation for Lisa Steele as Human Resources Coordinator.
Do we have a motion? We have a motion by Ms. Jessica Woods. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a second, Mr. Ben Poppy. Do you have any discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right. Is your hand up, Al? Sorry. All right. Motion passes 7-0.
And number 4, renewal or termination of employment of instructional personnel contracts. Administration recommends approval as presented.
Do we have a motion?
Move approval.
We have a motion by Mr. Al-Bashar. Do we have a second? Second, Mr. Howard Sampson. Do we have a discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, motion passes 7-0. All right. Next item is adjournment.
Well, just a reminder of the next board workshop.
Next board workshop is May 16th at Early College High School.
Yes, sir.
Board will be there at 5:30. Committee will meet at 6:30.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other items?
That's it.
All right. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
I move to adjourn.
We have a motion, Mr. Clem. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, Mr. Augustine Redo. Any discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Jessica, you can go. All right. Motion passes 7-0. Meeting closes at 9:04.